So in this video, we are going to learn how to notify team on Google Chat for Tally form submission. Let's say you have created an online form using Tally form. It could be anything. It could be a registration form, contact form, or a customer feedback form. Now you want that whenever you get a new form submission in Tally form, you want to share the same form responses and notify your team members on Google Chat as well. So let me tell you, you can completely automate this process. In this automation, as a new form submission will be received in Tally, automatically with the same details, the same form submission will be sent as a message on our Google Chat space. Now, if you want to learn how you can set up this complete automation all by yourself, for that you just have to come with me to my screen.
So as you can see, this is the form which I've created using Tally form. This is just a customer feedback form where I'm asking their name, email, mobile number, the feedback type, message, and any suggestion for improvement. Now I want that whenever I get a new form submission, whenever I get a feedback from customer using this form, I want to send the same responses as a message on Google Chat to share it with my team members and notify them as well. Now to do this, we have to connect our Tally form with Google Chats, and we are going to use Pabbly Connect to do so. So as you can see, here we are on Pabbly Connect's dashboard, and to reach this dashboard, you will get a free sign-up link in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can set up your free Pabbly Connect account in just 2 minutes. After reaching to this dashboard, we have to create an automation workflow over here. For that, just click on this workflow button, create workflow button, and give this workflow a name. Let's say I'll name it as Tally to Google Chat. You can basically give any other name of your choice. Then just select the folder of the Pabbly Connect account in which you want to set up this automation and click on create. And as you click on create, here you can see the workflow will open in front of us. In this workflow, we can see we have 2 different windows. First one is the trigger window and second one is the action window. So triggers and actions are basically those 2 concepts, those 2 principles on which this whole automation works on, where the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. So let's start with our trigger window. Now the idea here is, first we have to connect our Tally form with Pabbly Connect in the trigger step, so that whenever we are going to receive a new form submission, a new form response, automatically the details of the same form submission will be received inside Pabbly Connect, and this automation workflow will trigger. After triggering this automation, we have to send the same details of form responses using this automation to Google Chat space as a message. So let's see how it is done. Starting from the trigger window in Choose Apps, search for Tally over here and select Tally form. After selecting Tally in trigger event from the drop-down, select the trigger event as new response. And as we select the trigger event, Pabbly Connect gave us a webhook URL. Using this webhook URL, we are going to connect the form which we have created in Tally with our Pabbly Connect workflow. And to add this webhook URL, we just have to follow the instructions given below over here. Just copy the webhook URL from here and go to the Tally form which we have created. After coming to this form, let's say you have already published the form, we'll go to settings, and after coming to settings, go to integrations. Under integrations, you can see this option of webhook. Click on this connect button, and then here it is asking us for the endpoint URL. And here we have to enter the exact same webhook URL which was given by Pabbly Connect. Just copy it from here and paste it over here. After pasting the webhook URL, just click on connect. And as you click on connect, here you can see this webhook URL is now added in our Tally form. Now after making this connection, here you can see in our Pabbly Connect workflow, it is showing us waiting for webhook response. This means Pabbly Connect is waiting to capture some response of a form submission from Tally form. So what we are going to do, we'll just open this form in a new tab and make a dummy form submission over here. Let's say we are going to enter the name of the person as demo user. This is the email address. And after that, this is a dummy mobile number which we are adding. Let me just add a country code to the country code of India and here. The feedback type is, for example, question. The message is, for example, how to use custom variable in Pabbly Connect. How to use custom variable in Pabbly Connect. And in suggestion from improvement, let's say I'm going to enter none over here. So what we have done, we have just entered the details of a dummy user and we are making a test form submission. Let's click on the submit button, and as we click on submit, just now using Tally form, we have received a new form response. We have received a new feedback from the customer. Now we'll go back to a Pabbly Connect workflow, and here in this trigger step, you can see we have received a response. And in this response, you can see the details of the same form submission which we have made just now. You can see the same name, same email, same mobile number. Here you can see the same message and also the same suggestion for improvement text over here. This means the step 1 of setting up this automation is completed, where we have successfully connected our Tally form with Pabbly Connect in the trigger step and received the form responses in our Pabbly Connect workflow. Now after this, let's move to step 2, and in step 2, we want to send this form responses to Google Chat Space as a message. For that, we will just scroll down, come to this action step, and here in choose app, we are going to search for Google Chat. Just select it. After selecting Google Chat in action event from the drop-down, select the action event as create message. Then just click on connect. After clicking on connect, the first thing it asks is the chat webhook URL. Now you must be thinking, what is this chat webhook URL? So to connect our Google Chat Space with Pabbly Connect in this action step, we have to generate a webhook URL in our Google Chat Space, and we have to enter that same webhook URL over here. Now you must be thinking how you can create this webhook URL. For that, just go to your Google Chat Space, just click here on the name, and from this drop down, we have to go to Apps and Integrations. Under Apps and Integrations, go to Webhook section and click on this Add Webhook button. Now here, what we have to do, we have to give this incoming webhook a name. Let's say I'll name it as Tally. Here you can enter an avatar URL if you want to set up a particular image as the app icon, as the name of the profile or the app icon. Now, right now, I don't want to enter any kind of specific image, so I'll just ignore this field for now and click on Save. And as you click on Save, here you can see a new webhook URL is added over here. We will just copy the webhook URL from here, go to Pabbly Connect and paste it over here in Chat Webhook URL field. After pasting the webhook URL, it is asking us for the message. That what is the message that we want to send on our Google Chat Space with the form responses. So I have already copied the kind of message which I want to send. I will just paste it over here, and this is the message. Hi team, we have received a new feedback from the customer, and here are the details. And after this, here we are going to mention the details over here which we have received from Teleform submission, basically the form responses. So what we are going to do, we have basically received the form responses from Tally in the trigger step of our automation workflow. So here from this trigger step responses, we have to send all of these details to this Google Chat action step. And to add the details, to add the responses from the trigger step to the action step, we are going to use a process called mapping. And the process of mapping is very simple. We'll just click on this message field, and here in front of name, I want to mention the name of the customer which we have received from Teleform responses. So here in this drop down, you can see a list of all the responses which we have received from Tally of a new form submission. Out of all of these responses, select the response of name and it will be mapped. And now in this way, we are going to use the same process of mapping for rest of the fields as well. Like here, we are going to map the email address, then we are going to map the mobile number, then we are going to map the response of feedback type. The feedback type was question. Then we are going to map the actual message which was entered by the user, and then we'll just map the response for the suggestion for improvement. In this way, all the details, all the form responses which we have received, we have mapped those details in this message field. After creating the message of your choice and mapping all the important details which you want to share, what we have to do, we just have to click on Save and Send Test Request. And as you click on Save and Send Test Request, here you can see we have received some response. And this response seems to be a positive response to us. This response shows that the message which we have created with Teleform responses, this message is now sent on our Google Chat space. So let's check it. We'll just go to Google Chat and we'll just go to this particular space. And yes, here you can see that in our Google Chat space, the same message is shared. Hi team, we have received feedback from a customer. Here are the details. And we have the details of the exact same form submission. We have the same form responses over here. The same form submission data which we made just now a few minutes ago. This means the automation between Tally and Google Chat using Pabbly Connect is working perfectly fine. Now, after setting up this automation, we are going to test this automation workflow once in real time. For that, I'll just go back to my feedback form and we are going to make another test submission. Let's say the name of the person is test customer. This is the email address. And after that, this is a dummy mobile number which we are entering. The feedback type is, for example, feature request. The feature request is, for example, I want to add a visual workflow builder. Can we have a visual workflow builder. So this is just a feedback message which the user is sending. And here in suggestion for improvement, let's say I want to add a suggestion as we are testing this automation. Just some random text over here. We are testing this automation. So just now what we have done, we have entered the details of a dummy user with some dummy message in this form. Now let's click on submit. As we click on submit, here you can see in Teleform, we have received another form submission. And as we get this form submission, as we get the form response, you can see instantly within seconds, the same form responses will be shared on our Google Chat space as a message. And yes, here you can see just now another message is sent on our Google Chat space. And in this message, you can see the same details. We have the same customer name, same email, same mobile number, same feedback type, same message, and also same suggestion for improvement. This means the automation workflow which we have created between Tally and Google Chat using Pabbly Connect, this automation is working perfectly fine. So not just these applications, you can connect plenty of other applications with Pabbly Connect. And one more important thing, you will get a clone link of this exact same automation workflow in the description box below. By clicking on that link, you can just clone the same workflow into your own Pabbly Connect account and start using this automation for free. Also, let me tell you, Pabbly Connect offers you a free plan. And in this plan, you will get some free tasks every month into your own Pabbly Connect account. So if you want to try and test this automation, you can just do it for absolutely free.
So if this video was helpful to you, don't forget to hit the like button, share it with others, or if you have any kind of doubts or queries, you can always write us in the comment box below or email us at support@pabbly.com. Also, you can post your queries on our forum as well. And if you want to check the pricing of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this link. So this is it for today's video. Thank you. Have a great day.